Now, Mark, it's good to see you again. This is our third interview. It's part three, and it's good to have you again. And you're very welcome. And you did very well the last two times. So now, you can tell us now, Mark, to start off, why you came to Ireland and your purpose in coming here to Ireland at the moment.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, I had just finished a project just outside of Philadelphia and outside of another town called New Hope, PA,
Okay.
and it was a music venue.
Okay.
And that run had come to an end, and the place was in good shape. So I decided that it was the right time to do some traveling.
Mm-hmm.
And on my list was to come visit Philip in Ireland. We lived together in Los Angeles for many years, and it's a great opportunity to travel and to have a home base. And so I came out here about almost 2 months ago now, and have been having a wonderful time. Just really exploring Ireland, understanding its culture, studying its history a bit, and trying to grow and learn lessons from travel. I think that's something that happens, and so we've been going all over Ireland. We went to Achill Island, which you were a part of.
Oh, I enjoyed that too.
That was wonderful.
It was a very nice trip. Beautiful,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I took a solo trip to Galway during the Arts Festival,
I remember that.
which
yeah.
was brilliant,
Yeah.
and I got a lot of good footage. And so within my travels, what I'm trying to move career-wise is into videography and photography,
Okay.
and creating content and eventually filmmaking. And so I thought, what a better landscape than beautiful Ireland to start this journey. And so I do have an Instagram page called La Gira de Mark, which will be in the notes of this YouTube entry. And so we also went to Bundoran. I'm a huge surf fan, and I wanted to go check out the surf and Mullaghmore Moor and kind of understand just the vibe and the culture and see the people. And I've been very fortunate. Everywhere I've kind of gone, there's been something special happening. The timing's very well, I guess. July is a beautiful time to be in Ireland.
Exactly.
There was the two championships, the hurling and the Gaelic football, which were brilliant.
Yeah.
I was in Bundoran for the hurling championship, and I spent it at a place called, I believe, what was that place called? Chasing Bull.
Yeah.
A very nice sports bar and also nightclub. It's huge. And since that's something that I've done myself as far as running places like that, it was very interesting. And the thing that I learned was the demeanor and the enthusiasm of the Irish people was stunning to me. Just very, very kind of on point, and not really too aggressive. It felt very family oriented, and it felt just kind and competitive, and I thought it was brilliant. And so that was some of my travels. We've also gone, so I took a bus pretty much everywhere when I was solo, so I had that through Donegal, and I got to see the landscapes. And we've taken a couple other trips to a few other spots that have been mind-blowing, beautiful.
So you've enjoyed every bit of it, let's say, every minute of it.
Every single minute of it, from my travels to just spending time here in Calasser, to just cooking simple meals with Phil and his mother, and visiting the neighbors and the family that live close by. And I really truly feel like it's a second home now, and that's really a blessing, because to have that sort of in your capabilities of it's supportive. So travel, when you can be supporting or supported in a way where you have a place to stay and everyone's happy to see you. And that was another thing. The hospitality in Ireland has been impeccable. And coming from the U.S. and coming from my profession there, I've learned some things just about it seems very easy. It doesn't seem like forced, and it seems just natural and organic. And that is really something that I hopefully can take back to the States and share and just speak very highly of Ireland, and I hope to be back here again soon.
That's fantastic.
And so I also took a couple weeks to go to Europe, and that was brilliant as well. I started out in Amsterdam, where there was all sorts of summer festivities going on. And again, I'm getting into videography, and so I was able to secure some press passes to some concerts.
That was lucky.
Very lucky, and a friend of mine in the States helped me do that. And so I went to two venues in Amsterdam, the Melkweg and the Paradiso. And those are legendary small music venues where usually it's a sort of an up-and-coming band or a band with a sort of a niche following will play. They seat somewhere between, I think, 1,500 and 3,000 people. Okay. And so pretty small and intimate. And so I was able to then use just a simple filming device, which is a gimbal and my iPhone, to get some incredible footage and go through the town and get incredible photography. And that's all on my Instagram at this point. And that's really where my passion lies right now, is with art and sharing storytelling, and trying to connect it all with some sort of truth that is, that there's so many similarities and also so many things to learn and ways to still grow. I'm 48 years old now, and I'm still growing every day, and that's exciting to me. And so from there, I went to Paris, and I took a train. And so that was interesting. I've never really traveled through Europe, and it was a little challenging, I was solo, and so I was also getting a ton of work done with this photography and videography, and going to these shows, which could run pretty late in the evening. And so that was, I learned lessons, and really it's about sort of understanding and taking time to learn these cultures and learn their what they have to offer, study a little bit about their history, and offer up some sort of story, bringing that all together for whoever. Really, I'm just developing a portfolio of footage and photography to then go edit when I go back to the States, and it's really just learning. I feel like maybe it's sort of like a master class, or it's it's education again, in some way.
Absolutely.
And so in Paris, I didn't have as many days as I had in Amsterdam, but I felt very comfortable there. They were very welcoming, just as Amsterdam was. One thing to consider is that when you go on these types of travels, that you're not going to get it all. And it's almost like an initiation, and you're just kind of dipping your toes in the water. And it's important to be very patient and to understand customs, and to be helpful when possible, but to just to get that you're not gonna be a local, but you want to appreciate, respect, and learn from the locals, because I've chosen some very beautiful places, as I'm sure they all are, and you just kind of need to have some patience and understand that you are visiting, and you're really lucky to be there, and to be as kind as possible. And so from Paris. In Paris, I was exhausted, so I stayed in I believe the north part of town in a hotel there. It was very nice with a very large pool, and I kind of just kicked back and watched families, come through and get a vibe of people on holiday and hear a bunch of different languages around me and kind of soak in the vibe, and soak in the people there are there where I was sort of on holiday, so there was a good energy, and then to really kind of analyze in a bit the hospitality and what they're doing, and I thought it was impeccable there as well. I did go see Roland Garros, which is the tennis stadium.
That's right.
I'm very fond of sport, as I might have mentioned before, and that was beautiful. And then there was also a beautiful garden right next door, which was a surprise to me, and I took a walk through that and got a lot of great photographs from that. And then I was lucky enough to find another concert at a very small venue where I was able to go in and take footage, and there was a wonderful band there that really was impactful to me, because there's so many great musicians and artists out there, and when you sort of find one almost by accident, it's kind of a gift from the universe in a way. So, and from there, then I went to San Sebastian, which apparently it was San Sebastian week, and there were fireworks every night, and town was very lively. And I did have a scheduled concert to video there, which was at a very small club called Dabba Dabba. I was able to get great footage again and kind of walk around the town, and the town's very spiritual, as most of them are, as I've noticed in Europe. And that landscape there is wild. It's sort of a bay, and the Bay of Biscay, and just soak it all in. That's also a surf town, so I've kind of sort of based my travels a little on trying to see some surf towns. And it's summertime, so the surf is mild, but it was great. I got in the water everywhere I could, and it's super refreshing. I find the ocean and the seas to be a source of life, and so so that stay was great as well. And from there, somehow I had arranged to go to Barcelona, so I went over to Barcelona. I flew there, and that was brilliant. Again, a little bit of a bigger city, and I stayed near the water there, near the beach. And again, I got lucky, and there was another festival in an area called Gracia that had a bunch of sort of like streets decorated with sort of like paper mache and lighting, very artistic, which is my passion. And so great for taking photographs, and great for recording the people in the streets, and just celebrating and really kind of diving in, and hopefully, just learning something new about myself, what I like. Sometimes you learn what you don't like, but everyone was very hospitable again, and that's a breath of fresh air. I am, to be honest, an American traveling these days seems a little bit interesting as far as what's happening in the States and a little bit of politics and stuff. But I made sure to represent where I come from very well, and to be kind and really quite loving and just respectful, and thankful, and have gratitude for the opportunity, which hopefully I hope everyone around here feels, because I certainly do, and it wouldn't have been possible for me without coming here to Ireland. And so in Barcelona, that was another short stay, but I was able to see the beach and have some vegetarian paella, and just soak in the culture. Again, what I like to do in these cities is walk a lot. And so I will walk from one part of town to other. It could be 3 to 6 miles, but it's a great way to get the photography in and see some things that you wouldn't normally see if you were taking a cab or riding a bicycle even.
That's right. That's right.
And so then I came back to Dublin. Dublin. I flew into Dublin from Barcelona, and then came back to Colasser to Philip's Place.
Okay.
And I've had a week here,
That's right. Yeah.
and I'm about to leave in a couple of days and go back to the States.
So I hope, I know now that when you start reflecting on all that happened, when you get time to do that, you know, the meaning of it, and what is its significance when a marriage,
Yeah.
which is a big thing too.
Yeah. Maybe it hasn't all soaked in quite yet,
Probably
and I will
not.
reflect on it for sure. And,
Yeah.
and for me, my passion being photography right now,
Yeah.
I'll have those to revert back to and remember everything. It was a lot in a short amount of time. My time spent here in Colasser and some time in Swinford and playing football with the lads and hanging out with Philip and his dogs and spending some time with his mother have been very precious. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity and the fact that again, Ireland has really blown my mind, and I won't tell too many people about it, but it's something where it's an island, right? And to me it's like the best beach town in the world. It seems a little silly because it is quite big to call it beach town, but to be able to go across and see different landscapes that seem untouched very much, and explore and go down one road, and Phil drove us up one road, even just here in Colasser, and it was adventurous and fun, and has been a trip of a lifetime. And I hope to tie this all into some storytelling. I'm going to go to Mexico for a little bit and edit all of my material while I'm understanding a little more about their culture by the beach, and just tell great stories of I'm just learning, and there's to learn is history, and when you learn you grow, and I've been really lucky to do so, and Philip's been an amazing host as well as yourself, and just to live life to its fullest, and I've worked hard to get to this point where I could do it, and I also am taking a chance a little of just going out there and doing it, but sometimes you do that, and I have faith in myself and my family and my support team to do this, and so there is some responsibility to portray this honestly and kindly, and give some people maybe a little inspiration, or maybe it's a little familiarity, or someone's like, I'm gonna go do that, and that's really what storytelling is about. I want to make people feel good, and I want to spark the fire a little bit in some people, so that they can have wonderful experiences, and that's really it, Father.
Thanks, Mark. We leave it now because we've a good long interview, so
Yes.
we leave it at that. But thanks for agreeing to be interviewed.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get certain people to be interviewed, but you agreed, and we appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people will enjoy it.
Yeah,
And I wish you all the very best.
it was so much fun, and I thank you very
Thanks a
kindly.
million, Mark. Thank you.
Kindly.
And lovely to meet you as well.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Thank you.